Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Tazewell County Mountain Movers spreads the love around after a recent festival to focus on recovery from addiction. And some Kentuckians are promoting electric vehicles in an effort to guide future generations.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is Monday, September 25th and 5:31 on this Monday. It's a Monday morning, but it's a foggy Monday morning. Let's go over to Cameron and talk about what we're going to expect later today.
Yeah, we are watching out for some fog this morning for a lot of locations. Also watching out for maybe a few spotty sprinkles as well on Monday, but higher rain chances on the way later on this week. Let's look at those numbers this morning, though. In terms of visibility, you can see down to 0 miles in Jonesville, also in Whitley County and Williamsburg, down to 2 miles in Logan, also Pikeville, 1 mile in Harlan, and 3 miles for Hazard, also Middlesboro. So we are watching out for some areas of dense fog as you wake up this morning. Also tracking maybe a few spotty sprinkles in the Cumberland Valley, zooming into portions of Wayne County, also Pulaski County, not too far away from downtown Somerset. Maybe a few light showers. And here's a live look from downtown Somerset. We are quiet as you wake up on your Monday. That temperature at 59 degrees and most of us in the 50s at this hour. 55 for Hazard, also Irvin, 59 for Prestonsburg, also Jackson, and waking up at 58 degrees over in Pike County at this hour. Temperatures on your Monday topping out in the middle to upper 70s in the Cumberland Valley. They see more sunshine today, more cloud cover in the Kentucky River Valley, also into the Big Sandy Valley. So temperatures top out a little bit cooler in the middle to lower 70s, but higher rain chances on the way by Wednesday, Thursday. That's the big story later on this week. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Chas?
Thanks, Cameron. An investigation is underway in Rowan County following the discovery of skeletal remains. The remains were found Sunday evening in a wooded area in Moorhead. They have been confirmed as being human remains. The remains will be sent to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort. A search is scheduled to resume today. You can find updates to this story on our website. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office is investigating a deadly crash in that county. The crash reportedly happened early Sunday morning in northern Laurel County. Blake Miller, 35, was pronounced dead at the scene. This was after he was ejected from his Can-Am side-by-side. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office made an arrest after a motel guest caused a disturbance. William Smedema, 35, of Chattanooga, reportedly did not pay his motel bill in southern Laurel County. When Smedema was asked to leave, he refused, resulting in his arrest. Deputies say they could smell alcohol on his breath when they arrived at the scene. He was charged with public intoxication, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and giving false identifying information. He was taken to the Laurel County Detention Center. A former EKU professor accused of hiding cameras in campus bathrooms is scheduled to appear in court. Officers arrested Kyle Niesvik for sexual misconduct on September 8th. He resigned the next day. EKU police found a camera that belonged to him in the restroom at Wayland Complex. They were also found disturbing images of videos of minors at his home. His arraignment is scheduled for 9 a.m. in Madison County. And another traffic alert for Pike County, Kentucky drivers, as Phase 2 of resurfacing along US 23 is set to begin today. The work site starts at the Kentucky 1460 overpass and goes up 23 to the Island Creek intersection. Crews will begin working each day around 7 p.m. through 6 a.m. And during that time, there will be altering lane closures. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says this phase is expected to last about 4 weeks, but is dependent on weather conditions. Governor Brereton Jones will be laid to rest this week. Former Governor Jones died last Monday. At the age of 84, he was served as Lieutenant Governor from 1987 to 1991, then became Kentucky's 58th governor, serving from 1991 to 1995. He is remembered for pushing universal health care and surviving a helicopter crash. Jones will lie in state at the Capitol Rotunda today from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. A funeral service will be held 10 a.m. Tuesday at Forks of the Elkhorn Baptist Church in Midway. September is National Recovery Month, an observance dedicated to fighting addictions. To coincide with this month, the Tazewell County Mountain Movers held a recovery festival at the Tazewell County Fairgrounds. Many organizations and businesses joined in the festival as vendors to sell things or give out information. Even Narcan. Live music from multiple genres joined the festival to promote the idea of celebrating without substance use. There were also solemn moments in the celebration, like a recovery testimonial, a memorial walk for those who lost the fight against addiction, and a memory wall to display their pictures.
We want to open up and let the community know that that it's okay. Give the community just a little more insight on how to help address maybe somebody that's in their family that is struggling with addiction or something like that. You know, that there is hope.
Cash says they hope to hold more events like this throughout the year. If you would like to keep up to date on when those will be, he encourages you to follow Mountain Movers Tazewell County on Facebook. Nearly a dozen organizations gathered in Corbin to take part in the new retreat, an event dedicated to spreading awareness about Parkinson's disease. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more.
Parkinson's disease is one some officials are seeing an increase of in Kentucky, which is why Parkinsons in Motion and Parkinson's and Movement Disorder Alliance hosted a retreat dedicated to spreading awareness and giving folks impacted by the disease a chance to learn from professionals.
Often we find a community where we don't have a lot of presence or they don't have a lot of resources easily at hand. We try to get into that community, find people that we can in the outskirts and bring everybody together so that they can go forward with more resources, more self-advocacy.
Kelly Papish with the PMD Alliance says events like these are important for folks in the region that don't have a lot of information about the disease.
So we know that this is a disease state that needs to be addressed. Everybody will know somebody or be touched by Parkinson's disease in some way. And the more that we can spread awareness and advocacy about this, the better that we're going to have the world with living with Parkinson's.
Doug Yost is living with Parkinson's, and he says these type of events can help make an impact.
So far it's been very enjoyable, and I hope to look forward to an afternoon of activities and learning and just networking with other people like myself with Parkinson's, other providers of health care. It's been very worthwhile. I think if people can be aware of it and know that there's these kinds of organizations there to help, very, very positive things.
By educating and motivating, Yost says he's happy he had the opportunity to learn new details about the disease. In Corbin, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Parkinson's in Motion officials say for more information you can head to their Facebook page. Well, Saturday, the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Resources celebrated National Hunting and Fishing Day for the 51st year. Folks across the country went outside to celebrate National Hunting and Fishing Day. In the Commonwealth, the Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources opened the Salado Wildlife Education Center in Frankfort to the public. Salado Center Manager Julian Foster says this day embodies what the department is all about.
We're here to teach people about Kentucky's native species, but also the broader conservation aims of the department to care for our natural resources. And we're really wanting to encourage people to get involved in the outdoors and to support outdoor activities.
If you missed out Saturday, don't worry. You can visit the Salado Center Tuesday through Saturday. They're open until the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. The United States is currently celebrating National Drive Electric Week. This is an attempt to raise awareness of many benefits electric vehicles can have on communities. Alexa Minton met with two members of Evolve Kentucky to learn more about electric vehicles here in the Commonwealth.
Fred Rockhold and E. Gail Chandler are members of Evolve Kentucky, a grassroots nonprofit hoping to encourage their fellow Kentuckians to make the switch to electric vehicles and turn Kentucky's transportation clean.
And our mission is to promote sustainable transportation.
E. Gail herself is 80 years young, but she's only been driving her electric vehicle for 3 weeks. Her switch from a gasoline-powered car to an electric vehicle came because of her own personal goals of sustainability.
I've always had a lot of interest in the environment. My family is Appalachian, and they have been interested in the environment, picked up litter beside of the road.
According to the U.S. Department of Energy, the state of Kentucky only has 7,560 electric vehicles registered as of the end of 2022, a number that Evolve Kentucky is hoping to increase for 2023. The group has installed multiple free charging stations across the Commonwealth with the intent to continue to push for a clean change in Kentucky's roads.
Gasoline doesn't get much greener. I think we've got about as far in efficiency on that as we can.
But for people like Gail and Fred, it's not just about doing their part to reduce emissions. It's about building a green future for generations to come.
I think we're stewards, and I think we have responsibility to the next generation.
Evolve Kentucky knows that there are skeptics out there, but with a green future in the forefront, there's nothing to worry about.
They got the stop pedal on the left, the go pedal on the right, and the wiggle wheel in the middle. And they drive like any other vehicle.
In Frankfort, Alexa Minton, WKYT.
Coming up, the NFL and Apple Music ushered in a new star yesterday to perform at the Super Bowl in February.
Plus, we are tracking higher rain chances for the middle of this week. Your full forecast on the way after this break.